Yes, Milo, we're going in the Jeep today. Yes, we are. Yes. All right, are you happy? Huh? Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready to go? Yes, okay. Okay, you have fun this weekend.
We're going along the same way right now.
But we're not. No, I'm going that way, you're going that way.
Oh, I thought you were going to get my gas for me.
No, ma'am. I'm not going that way, I'm going the other way.
Oh.
You're on your own for gas.
Well, I can't stay out here long.
That's why I'm telling you bye.
Bye.
I love you. Have fun. I'll see you Sunday.
Mosquitoes are already attacking me.
I know. Yeah. Hey, you're taking away my mosquito repellent.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay, bye. All right, we are off. Looking forward to spending the weekend with the pups, exploring Wisconsin and probably Michigan. Although Michigan wouldn't be so much exploring because I've been up there. But I may run up to Michigan to the Keweenaw Peninsula tomorrow. That'll be another video. But today I'm exploring a brand new area. I've never camped, never wheeled in Wisconsin unless you count stopping overnight at a Cabela's. That's the most I've camped in Wisconsin. But we are on the very southern edge of the, I'm going to butcher this, Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest. Chequamegon. That's what I'm going with. And so in this area, I know there's a fire lookout tower that you can go all the way up to, which is kind of the direction I'm headed now. There's tons of streams, there's tons of lakes, there's tons of fishing. And so I'm gonna go check out the lookout tower, just to explore some of the National Forest roads. I don't think I'm even gonna need to air down today. I think it's just gonna be a beautiful, beautiful drive exploring new areas. If I hit something I think, let's probably air down, I'll do it then. We'll see. But I'm not airing down yet. And find an epic camp on some body of water, be it stream or lake or something, and see if I can catch dinner. If not, I'm having fish for dinner regardless, because I've got some salmon that I picked up at Aldi. So that's the plan. Right around this corner up here, we will head off on dirt, I think. I hope. I'm just winging it. Yep, it's dirt. There we go. Oh, that's a big logging truck kicking a crap ton of dust up. Holy goodness gracious. Don't worry, I'll slow down. You don't have to. I still haven't fully dust-proofed my enclosure in the back there, so that's gonna get dusty. Tight. Well, I've already turned down a little offshoot trail. There actually was a sign on the main road that said a campsite this way. I'd be curious to see what the campsites are like in this national forest. I see a picnic table. But I want to kind of explore all the little campsite possibilities too. Oh, this is nice. Let's see what the stream access looks like. That's not a massive campsite, but it's got a picnic table and a fire ring and access to the water. Like, I wonder if there's trout in this stream. I don't know. I don't know how this works. It's a beautiful little stream though. Wow. I don't see any fishies. Oh, that water is cold. Oh, that feels amazing. I keep forgetting to pack it, but I have a couple of those Grail water filter bottle things. Like, I like that would be amazing water to drink, I think, filtered. But I forgot to bring it. I got to put it on my list when we're home in September to pack it. But time to carry on. coming up on a couple little lakes. I just wonder, like, what's the fishing opportunity here? There are a couple campsites on this lake. One's right over there. I think they are paid. They're little Forest Service campsites. I do have my paddleboard with me. So, a little spot like this, I could throw it in the water, do some fishing out there. Not opposed to that. Oh, this campsite is right on the water. Does have a fee. Huh. Okay. That was a beautiful little spot. There's another lake right over here, but I don't know if there's access to it. At least not by vehicle. At least not on this side. But that was pretty. I turned off that main road on this little 2-track road. Just curious to see where it goes. It does go, I think, along that lake that I said was not accessible by that other road. So, just kind of getting a feeling for the area. I mean, this entire place is brand new to me. It's not like I have any experience wheeling in Wisconsin and what their trails are like. So, just crisscrossing back and forth, just seeing what I see. I wonder if there's dispersed camping along these little 2-track roads, or if they're like what we've seen so far, and they're kind of established campgrounds with picnic tables and fire rings by the Forest Service. Well, the lake is right through there, and I don't see it. I don't see any access to it. I'm also getting to know Gaia GPS's new interface. They have changed up the interface on the app and their website too. And so far, I am in love with it. It makes accessing key things much easier. Biggest gripe about Gaia GPS is that it's difficult to learn because it does so much. So all the power of Gaia GPS is still in there. But if you just want, like, there's an off-road mode, there's a hiking mode, there's a snow mode, and then there's the customized mode. The customized mode gives you access to all the layers and everything to do exactly like you used to do, which is probably what we'll continue to do because we know it's well. But for those just getting into it, if you are off-roading, just boom, click on off-road, and it's got all the needed stuff there. And it's still using the Overland layer as its, as its primary map, which is the best map I've ever seen. So I think it's a win. I've got a whole video that's coming out on it, just kind of walking through all those details very, very soon. So I like it. So this is my first time to use it on trail. Popped onto the highway for just a couple miles, go over to the little town of Mountain, and from there is how I access the fire tower. So I'm a sucker for a good fire tower. I think this was pretty tall. I'm excited. I also need gas because I've got a quarter of a tank. All right, topped off with fuel. Got a cherry mango frazzle. And heading to the lookout tower. It's not far down this road. Well, I had people show up right behind me, so I'm gonna try to get up top as fast as possible. Oh, these are steep. I think my thigh's gonna be burning by the time I get up there. Oh dang, it's a party. Yeah, this is a thigh burner. Wow, I didn't even look on the thing to see how many steps this is. Whew. Oh, I'm about halfway. Not horrible. Oh, the views are stellar. Wow. That's amazing. That's a long way down. Okay, I gotta say, Wisconsin's pretty flat. Like, I don't know that I was expecting it to be this flat. It's beautiful though. Wow. I love finding these lookout towers that are still open to climb up here. Saw a bee or a wasp, wasn't sure, making sure there wasn't a wasp nest up here. But we've got a few in Arkansas, but there's no access to get up them, which is a shame. I mean, I get it, major liability, but just being able to come up here and look around like this is pretty cool. So props to Wisconsin for keeping some of these open. Good job. All right, well, that was fun. I have a loose little plan of where to go from here. I'm just kind of making it kind of one stop by one stop. I did meet the president of the area chamber of commerce. He was going up there to check on the fire tower and do a little maintenance. Has a little paint can with him, and if someone feels like they're important enough to, you know, put their name on the tower or, you know, something like that, he has his little paint can and he removes that person's name. So that was cool. Nice to talk to him. He's had a wealth of knowledge of the area. Not a lot of off-road knowledge though. So, but luckily, I have good maps, and I have friends that have given me suggestions for the area. So, off we go. Well, I thought I was going to be on dirt now, but so far this is just a beautiful drive on pavement. I don't know where the dirt is. Allow me to vent for a second, because I have spent miles and miles and miles unexpectedly on pavement, all because of OnX off-road. Wait, am I getting on dirt here? Is this dirt? Finally. Okay, so here's the deal. I use OnX. I mean, I'm preferred Gaia, sponsored by Gaia. I do use OnX. I pay for a full subscription to OnX because it is a great resource. I mean, I have a lot of subscriptions. OnX, Trails Off-Road, Overlander, Dispersed Camping, or Dispersed is a new camping app, Gaia GPS. I mean, they're all resources for what we do. And we travel enough that it makes sense for us to have as many resources as we can. So, in kind of looking at where I want to go to get over to where I want to be, I found this trail on OnX. And its description was 33. It's 33 miles long. This trail is hard-packed dirt trail that winds through the National Forest. So far, this is not hard-packed dirt. This is gravel. I've probably spent 10 miles already on pavement of a 33-mile trail. That didn't say This is pavement. Anywhere. Like, I could have... It's just frustrating. I consistently find the trail ratings and trail descriptions inconsistent in Onyx Off-Road. They have so many trail guides, and there's no consistency between them. Like, maybe this was done years ago. Maybe this used to be a dirt road. Now it's a gravel road. I don't know. Maybe in the last 5 miles of it is hard packed dirt with some little ruts and stuff. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm just cruising. Well, I am just chomping at the bit. Oh, I was supposed to turn back there. I am just chomping at the bit to get to find a campsite on water. A little nervous about mosquitoes because the mosquitoes last night at my friend's house were bad. This road looked interesting. I actually didn't think this road was a road. So let's go explore it. It is definitely 2-track. Winding trail. All right, that sounds good. Let's go find some winding trail. Clearly this is an area that was forested. Well, this is definitely the roughest trail I've seen all day. Definitely the biggest hill I've been on all day. It's a little slippery in 2-wheel drive. Alright. I'm glad I deviated off that other trail and just kind of did my own thing. Otherwise, I would have missed this. I absolutely get it. There is some safety and security in running a curated route. That's why I create some curated routes. So far I've created 4. So scenic overlook this way. Let's go check it out. How scenic is this? But I've created 2 in Arkansas, 1 in around Moab, Utah, and 1 in Colorado. I think I shared the 1 in Colorado publicly in the video description. I think I did. Because especially if you're new to this, there's a sense of you know, we're gonna be okay because this has already been done, this has been curated for us, it's been planned out for us, and yeah, I mean that's a thing. And there's some good ones out there. I like to think the ones that I've created are really good, but there's also some really bad ones. And you don't know until you get on them a lot of times how bad they are. And I have found my greatest success in just looking at the terrain and seeing where the trail goes and go, you know what, that terrain looks interesting, let's go there, let's check that out, which is what I did for this. Okay, little campsite here. Kind of 360 views all around, especially if you're tall. Okay, I'm gonna mark this as the campsite. Campsite. I personally, in this area, I would want to stay up here because I want water. And there's no water up here. There's water near here, which is where we're going next. So, but I mean, all of my curated trails have been, you know, me looking at the map and doing my own thing, and then recording it and sharing it. And but not everybody has the same standards. So it is what it is. But you know, I want to encourage you. Don't just stick to the curated stuff. Go to, you know, go explore. Just go explore. I've had days of exploring where it was just like meh. I've had days where it was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. So this is a lot better than where I was on the curated trail. Steep hill. Well, don't threaten me with a good time. Man, if it wasn't for that direction marker on the tree, I don't know if I'd know where to go here. There's so many options. Thanks, marker on the tree. I don't know who put up that sign that said steep hill, but their definition of steep and my definition of steep are not the same. But the place that I want to camp tonight, or I want to look at camping tonight, is not far from here. It's 2:30. I mean, if this is an epic campsite, I'll call it. And spend the rest of the day chilling and fishing. But there's 2 campsites up here. I'm going to check them out. And then make the decision if I'm going to camp at one of them and just stay there, or push to somewhere else. I've got quite a few campsites marked. Actually kind of north of here. I don't know how far north from here. So, we'll see. Let's see. I was told this one was really good. So I have high hopes. The trail to it is nice. Would definitely keep some people in different vehicles from venturing down in here. That's a plus. Hopefully this trail doesn't end up like that other one I was exploring. Wow, this goes down here. Whee! Very, 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 very small. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. This is barely truck size. And it's not level. I could level it. Huh, let me look. Oh, this is a beautiful spot. I wonder what the fishing is like in this. Got a bunch of geese, Canadian geese over there. There's some more around the corner. It's pretty. I hear a trickle of water coming in from somewhere over there. Wow, this is beautiful. You know what? I'm gonna get my feet wet. Oh yeah. Walk around here. It's a beautiful spot. I just don't know about the fishing. I definitely want to be able to fish. This looks really shallow. It's really cold though. I might be able to wade the whole thing. Right now it's just up to my calf. Whoa! That was a hole. That went up to my knee. Another hole. Okay. Okay, I'm stepping in holes now. Alright, I'm gonna go look at my map. See what my options are north of here, since it's only 2:45 now. I've got lots of daylight left, like a lot of daylight left. It doesn't get dark until like 9. So that's really small. But it is beautiful. All right, I decided to test the waters. I grabbed my little spinning rod back here with a little shad bait on it. Threw it in about a dozen times. Got nothing. So I'm going to leave here. I'm going to head north. Probably just mostly on highway to get to a different area that I've got another couple campsites marked. One on a river that looks nice from satellite imagery, and one on a lake. So I'm going to do that. I mean, it's 3 o'clock now. So I got lots and lots of daylight left. All right, well, that was about 20 miles of pavement. Didn't take long. Back on dirt. It's not too far to get to these 2 campsites, so we'll see what we find. Well, I was coming up here to the Rat River, and there's the sign. Rat River Campsite is right here. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know that I care that it's right by the road. This is gorgeous. Holy cow. That'd be amazing to listen to at night. This is a postcard. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. I mean, this is epic. I don't care that it's right next to the road. This is absolutely stunning. All right, I know this is here. I know it's available now. If I leave and go check out the other campsite, I know I risk losing this one. I don't think I will. There's no traffic on this road. It is Friday though, so there's that. But catching fish is definitely a goal. I don't think there's much opportunity for catching fish here. I may be wrong. I'm still new to this type of river fly fishing thing. I went up on the bridge, I looked, didn't see anything. So I'm gonna go check out the lake and then maybe come back. Or maybe not, that may be more epic. We'll see. All right, let's go see what's down this trail. This is an out and back, dead ends at the little lake or pond. It's about a mile down here, maybe a mile and a half. We'll see how the trail does. Well, this is a very different trail than I've been on so far. The ferns through here covering the forest floor are absolutely beautiful. I haven't seen any ferns anywhere else. Let's see, this way. this is pretty. This is very pretty. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I think this is it. I like this spot a lot. I have looked in the water. I have already seen fish. Saw some nice, decent-sized bass. So, may just catch a bunch of small stuff here, but I think the fishing will be fun. Even if I don't catch dinner. But this is a beautiful spot. There's a boat ramp over there on that side. I don't think I want to mess with the paddleboard. But it'd be a great spot to do it. The one downside, and I think this was going to be true no matter where I was, although I didn't feel it so much by the stream. I didn't notice it so much by the stream as much as I do here. The mosquitoes here are so bad. I got to get my bug wipes. This little light right here just catches all the trees. That's fine. Got to get my bug wipes. And oh wow, okay. The dust isn't bad. I was expecting worse. I'm happy with that. All right, let me get my stuff out and get my wipes and try to protect myself from bugs. There's a lot of moss on the surface. Well, this is a bummer. I can't reel it in without dunking it up with all this algae stuff. Let's see if I can look for a cleaner spot. Well, that is a major bummer. I don't have a lure that will cut through the gunk. And I can see, I mean, it goes pretty far out here. So even if I went on my paddleboard, I don't know what I'd do. So it's a bummer because I could see decent size. I couldn't really tell through the water if it was largemouth or smallmouth, but some decent sized bass in there. Definitely edible. Man, had my hopes up so high, but that's okay. I do have another idea of something fun. Right over there is a nice little hill, which would make for an awesome backstop for a target. I'm super bummed. I got out my target that I picked up at the gear event and hadn't shot this yet. I've got all the wood pieces here. No, I don't. Yeah. I only have half the targets, or half the thing for the target. The clamps, or the metal joints for the wood, and the clamps to hold the target to the frame are in the Ross Monster. I forgot that I had them split between the two vehicles. So no target practice on this trip. And no fishing here because of all the gunk. So, and it's taunting me because I keep hearing big splashes and activity in the water. So in light of no fishing and no shooting, I think I'm going to go back to that riverside campsite so I can at least sit and look at that beautiful scenery. I think that's the plan. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and at least be able to sit there and look at that gorgeous, gorgeous river. Let's go. Luckily, I hadn't actually set up camp. I just got a couple things out. So I threw them back in. And now we're going back to the river. And for those of you new to the channel who've maybe not seen previous content before, hi, I'm Matt, and I don't sit still well. I need something to do. Whether it's hiking, or fishing, or shooting, or wading a creek, paddleboarding, which I did consider doing the paddleboard, but with all the moss and stuff on it, I was like, that's going to be a lot to clean up. So, didn't want to. But yeah, I don't just sit well. Unless I have a beautiful stream to listen to and stare at. So that's where I'm going. And I know some of y'all may think, oh, that was totally lame. I'd rather camp out there where it's totally secluded and no one's around than next to the road. And that's fine. We are not the same. But I knew if I wasn't catching fish there, that I was going to regret leaving that campsite. So, and that's what happened. All right, now how absolutely distraught am I going to be if someone moved in while I was gone? Yay! No one did. That is a win. I made it back to this lovely paradise. Let the pup stretch their legs a little bit. And just smelling all the things. Come on. Come on. I can just set a chair up right here and look at that all day long. Well, I just had 3 people kind of walk the edge over there, walk through the woods with 3 fish. All 3 of them had fishing poles, one of them a fly rod, and they just walked out into the woods. That makes me wonder where. I think I see them on the bank down here. That's interesting. I need to keep an eye, see if they catch anything. Hello? Isabella? Well, the mosquitoes are bothering the dogs so bad, I stuck them up in the tent with their food so they can have a little peace and not get bothered by the mosquitoes so bad. This knife from Sniper Blade Works, I continue to use it and continue to be in love with this thing. The balance on this knife is absolutely incredible. The sharpness, and still using this for my pocket knife. I am blown away by the quality of these things. This is not a sponsored video. I just thought you should know. You can save 10% by using the code Ozark at Sniper Blade Works website. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, it's just absolutely incredible. This I actually got a second one for the Ross Monster because I like it so much. I'll show you that in another video. It's really cool. It's got a it's same knife, just different. Crispy skin. Salmon turned out really good. It's so simple. Mosquitoes are so bad. Luckily they're not biting me, but they're very much here. I feel like the off keeps them off you, but it doesn't make them go away. I got dinner cleaned up and realized a few things. One, I forgot trash bags, Ziploc bags. There was something else that I don't remember off the top of my head, but trash bag and Ziploc bags were two. I mean, I've got my trash bag off that thing, but there's no trash bag in it. So every trash I put in there, I've got to pull out individually. Not ideal, but it'll get the job done for tonight. Tomorrow I'll find the store and get that. Number whatever this is. Also, in changing out my whole setup, I removed things that I never used and I didn't think they worked or whatever. One of those things being a thermocell. I've got a couple different thermocells at home. I'm not convinced that they do work, but I sure would have loved to have just experimented with it here to see if it actually left an area mosquito free. They're so bad. So bad. It was quite warm today, but the low tonight's like 44, so I am anxious for that sun to actually get down so the temperatures will drop. It's still almost 80 degrees out here, but it's going to be quite cool tonight. So I think because of the, I'm going to finish putting my stuff up. I think because of the mosquitoes, I'm going to have to retreat up into the tent and, you know, get some stuff done on the laptop, watch a little TV on the iPad, that sort of thing. So I think that's the plan. And I kind of need to plan what I'm doing tomorrow. I have another kind of a plan of a plan, an idea of a plan. It'll work out. So I think that's what I'll do. This does not suck. Temperature's starting to drop a little bit. Got my fan down here. Pup's back here taking a nap. Look how adorable they are. There were a handful, like maybe 3 or 4 mosquitoes that made it into the tent with us, and they quickly realized that they were now in a cage match with someone who very much wanted them to die. And they perished violently. It is now peaceful in here, and I like it. I like it a lot. I am here in northern Wisconsin. Tomorrow I want to be here near Copper Harbor, Michigan. This little fork and knife icon is a very special place that I haven't been to in a few years, and I've got a few things I want to pick up there. You'll have to you'll have to come back for the next video to find out what that is. But by highway, it is less than 4 hours to go from here to there. I think it's like 3.5 by highway. I do not want to go by highway. All this is national forest, state land through here. So, got to figure some of this out. But I'll definitely be taking some highway. But like I want to see some of this stuff in this national forest here, and probably just kind of cut across here. So we'll see. I'll just take the dogs out. Got my extra down blanket because it's gonna get into the 40s tonight. My little jacket. I expect it'll be cool in the morning. But was hoping that with the temperatures dropping, the mosquitoes would be gone, and they absolutely are not. If not, they're out in higher numbers than earlier. It was horrible. But I think with that, we're ready for bed. I'm ready for bed. I'm tired. Oh, excuse me. But looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a fun day. See you then. All the important links are in the description, so go there. All the discounts, all the interest forms for AMW, Patreon, all that good stuff is in the description. So go check that out. See you tomorrow.